Good afternoon, good evening to all our friends online. And today this is one of my favorite books lately. It's called A Full Life by the medium Divaldo Franco and the spirit Joanna de Angelis. So whenever I talk, I want to go through every single chapter of this book in my presentations and follow. I prayed about it and I opened, and this is the chapter that I would say it was chosen. And we know there is no coincidence. So, and every time I open a chapter, it's for all of us and mostly for me, so I can learn about it. And why I love so much Joanna de Angelis. She gets everyday situations and she talks in a philosophical way or through the psychology point of view as she points to the issues. She comments about it. She tells the reason why this happens and then suggestion of what to do. And I'm going to follow that path. Insist and persevere. What do you see here? Tell me, what do you see those faces? Stressed, bored.
About the cat. The cat looks happy.
The cat like, I'm tired. Well, the cat's like, I'm taking a nap. Can you relate to any of these? Right? So, in this chapter, she says, what we see? Some of them are tired, bored, and fatigue. And this is part of our life. We go through this because of work, because of relationships. Sometimes we are physically ill, right? And so far, this is something normal that happens. But then she says, be careful. Because we can go through this on behalf of the good. For example, when we have to do something good and we are planning to do some good, some charity, some work, suddenly we start getting tired, bored, we fatigue, and we don't do it. Why? Because of the work that requires repetition. In our lives, we have all those works that require repetition, right? Going to work, even work here at the Spiritist Center. And she says, first it starts with a subtle boredom. Oh, I'm bored. Very subtle. I don't want to go to my meetings. What? We need to do the packet for the homeless people? I'm tired. And then the persistent boredom, and then it diminished enthusiasm. And this happens in our life, work. She mentions relationships, and even the Spiritist Center. We just get bored, and we don't want to do anymore. I don't want to. So, what are the areas of your life that you feel this way? Is it at work? Is it at relationships? Is it at the Spiritist Center? Why don't we have enthusiasm anymore? And then, she says, here's why. Okay, Can you relate to this picture? Sitting there, or on a video game, watching TV all day, guilty. Right? She says, what causes this boredom is the routine. Every day, and it says there is the routine in relationships, routine at work, routine at the Spiritist Center, and the day-to-day life. So when it's the repetition, it's always the same thing every day, always the same problems, always the same thing, we get to this level. And then we settle and go, I don't want to do anything because I'm bored. And what's the result? We abandon the commitment. We don't want to come here anymore. It's boring. I don't want to do the kids' work. It's boring. I don't want to go to school. It's boring. I don't want to go out with my husband. Every day is the same thing. It's boring. So again, she is not judging. She's just stating facts that this happens in our lives. And then it's going to affect our relationship with our significant other, our social relationships. Why? Because we are accustomed to each other. That's why some couples, it gets to a moment that they decide to divorce. They don't want to be together, not because they don't love each other anymore. They do. Many do. Of course, there are situations that is safe to you. Don't want to be together when there is violence. But it's like, our life is so boring. Got into the routine, is the day-to-day life. I'm so used to. So it's boring. And it's like, why go home? It's always the same thing. Why come here? It's always the same thing. So far, all facts. And then she says, but what do we need? Human being was made to progress. And the moment they realize that we are not progressing and excited about progressing, we get bored. And then we no longer committed. And she says, be careful. Because we committed to do good. We committed to help others. But get bored. So what to do? Well, we need new stimuli, new challenges. So whatever in our life we feel bored, if it's with our relationship, if it's with our children, if it's at work, if it's at a center, if it is some community work that you were so excited about it and suddenly I don't want to go, it's because we've reached a plateau. There's no more stimuli, no more challenges. We need, in the book says, something new, something fresh, something pleasant, new learning. So what is it that we can do to bring more stimuli in our lives? In what we do, in a charity work, in a youth program. I'm reflecting. How can I do to bring more stimuli? Because we get used to doing the things the same way. It's like, I know I can use the example to my husband, with my husband, he's used to. Let's go out, let's go on a date, yes, what we're going to do? Let's go out at dinner. Okay, dinner. How was your day? Okay. Okay, phone. Nothing new. Nothing exciting. Is it his fault? Is it my fault? It's both fault. We are not here to blame. And I go, oh my God, really, Joanna? Did I have to open this chapter? Really, what are you trying to tell me here? But this is not only about relationships, it's in everything in our life. That's why people quit their jobs. That's why I have friends that said, you were so excited going to this church. What happened? You got bored. It's always the same thing. I don't want to go there. Which church? I'm going now to the other one on the corner. And then 6 months later, how is the church? No, I'm going to the next one. Because we need that. And I love when she says this. Look at this guy. Joanna said, any endeavor requires that we renew our enthusiasm by reformulating its methodology. If we are doing the same thing over and over, there's no enthusiasm. So my husband here, we need to sit. We need to talk about our methodology. What can we do? We need to travel. Do we need to learn tango? Do we need to a cooking class together? But of course, like for me and my husband, we don't have kids anymore. Like little. When you have little kids, it's like you are on the go all the time. But hey, when they're sleeping, what can you do together? Can you do some online classes together? Can you paint? Can whatever? I don't know. What can we do at the Spiritist Center in changing the methodology? After I read this, I said, I need to change the methodology when working with the youth. Why aren't people coming back? So, enthusiasm. How can we sit down and bring more enthusiasm to our lives, to everything? So, let's sit down and brainstorm. What's going on in my house? Everybody walks in. One goes to, I do this. I go to a bedroom, go to the, right? It's missing that new methodology. It's new time, a new generation, because we were made to progress. And when we don't get to that, something happens. Somebody's sick. I break my foot to wake me up and think, oops, right? And because we talk about spiritism and we talk about spirits, when we get to that boredom, we got to be really careful, because that's when we get negative influence with the spirits, right? Those unpleasant forces. And those idle spirits start to connect with us. And they delight in affecting us. Like, Bernadette, you need to go to the meeting on Thursdays. And we know we talk about this. You are tired. Just go home. You had a hard day at work. But but when we come here on Thursdays, we help. We do a lot of good things, right? Why today? I don't feel good. Careful. They delight in affecting us and tarnish our pleasure of action with fatigue. They're just there waiting. Oh, you were tired? Let's get more tired. Why? The goal is to disturb us in a way that we will stop working on ourselves. Why do I want to read a book, something that is good? No, just sit down and be on your phone. My phone has an app that tells you how many hours you stay on your phone looking at social media. It says, this month, you will spend that many hours on Facebook, that many hours on TikTok, on Instagram. And when I read, I go, oh my God, can I come to the center and clean? I don't have time. But I can sit and watch a whole season of something On Netflix, right, Tom? Right?
Oh, yeah, you can.
I can. But I can. Can you go to the movies and watch a movie that's 2 hours? No. But can I sit for 6 hours to watch the next? Now, resting is okay because our body needs. My work is so demanding that when it's Friday, I really go to bed and I have to take a nap just to replenish the physical energy. On Saturdays, I tell my husband it's lazy day. My body is rested, but my mind is so worried and stressed. I can't stop thinking of the lessons, everything I have to do. So I literally sit like a zombie for a whole day, watch TV and draw and color. So I can rest my mind. But then Sunday I have to do the dishes, we have to clean, we have to go. But it's okay. Yes, as long as you are aware that you are taking time to decompress. We all need that time. We are human beings. But be careful when that fatigue, that exhaustion is for too long, because our brothers and sisters in the spiritual realm, they are idle spirits, want us to continue idle. So we don't do Jesus' work on earth. Nah, don't worry. Susanna will be there. Susanna will do it, Bernadette. Just stay home today. Yeah, don't worry. If you want to take a nap, Tom is going to do all the homeless packet for us. I can just sit here, continue watch Netflix. Right? They take advantage of our exhaustion. And this is replace our work with idleness or futility. So, she says, be careful. Be careful when that happens. We are so good at this. We have reasons and excuses to replace something noble and good with something insignificant. We are very good at it. Let's go and, get together and do something, a prayer or help others, or just get together to be joyful together. Something that is important. We are missing that social skills. Everything is technology on the computer and on our phone. We are forgetting that touch. Like our friend here doesn't like, because I said I'm going to hug him, and he doesn't want to, but I will. I'm talking about one of the teens in the room. It's like, what, you touching me? No. Of course, we respect. There are some people that do not like. But just the warmth, like, hey, how are you? Bump, high five, just look in eyes. Those things are important. But as we start getting tired in our comfort zone, we can easily find excuses to do something that is not important. So what is important in your life right now? Your children, work, relationship, the Spiritist work, charity. If we are feeling that burden and tired and fatigued, stop and think. That's all she's asking. Stop and think why and what can we do so we don't give excuse for not doing that or taking care of business. And we say, we will do next time. We'll do next time. And another time means never, or it is too late. I'm sharing a few things from with my relationship. And I was reading something a while ago and said, you can go anytime. You can die at any time. And the cool thing about Spiritism is that we can talk about death without freaking out. It's part of life because we know we are eternal spirits. So what? You were talking about death with a smile on your face? If you see me at home? Because it's like, oh, well, it's going to happen. But in the book said, you could go to bed and do not wake up. And what was the last thing in your memory before you went to bed? Did you say I love you to the person? Did you say good night? Did you thank? Did you go to bed in a fight? And I go, oh my God. So now, before, even if we are mad at each other, whatever, I said, we have to say good night, I love you every day. Right? Got to bed and I'm waiting. Good night. I love you. Good night. I love you. First it was awkward. We didn't do this all the time. Now it's part. I go, okay, if I don't wake up, the last thing I said to my husband was, good night, I love you. So if you keep waiting for tomorrow, it could not happen in this lifetime. Again, she wanna pull in my ear. This chapter was rather strong. So there's just 2 more slides. We're almost there. What do we do? Okay, Joanna, thank you so much for telling me all those things. Well, I say thank you. She's bringing awareness. What do I do? That's why I love her books. Number 1, can you help me read all together so we can all wake up? Tommy, Susanna, like, together. Break the habit, or it will become a new habit. Break the habit of excuses. Because then we're going to do the habit, I don't want to go, I don't want to do, I just want to watch TV. Or excuse, I don't feel good. Oh, I will have anxiety. Well, take care of the anxiety. I have this, that, right? Next, that's hard. Negative thoughts. They will come. They come. And once it comes. Don't deny. Yes, right now I'm having a negative thought about my work. I'm feeling angry. Whew, I'm aware. What can I do? I'm going to sing a song. I'm breathing. It comes. Yes. 3. Little programs. Come here. Watch something online. Go to AA meeting that can help you. Go do something. We need that. Or otherwise we're going to be, we found that fatigue, boredom, I don't want to do anything. Next. Be productive. Action. If our life is idle, if we spend hours idleness doing nothing, be careful. The Spirit is like, yes, don't do anything. Just stay at home. And it's affecting our health too, if we have an idle life. Next.
Be careful with spiritual suggestions.
You know that voice in your head? This is going to happen. Oh, no, don't do it. Don't go to the center. Oh, no. We know you love your husband. Why are you going out? Nah. Going on a date? Oh, who cares? Be careful. Next.
Reflect on the good you add to people's lives.
When we do good, we say, if I do this, I can change somebody's life for better. I can help. And we are not only doing this for the people that we see in the flesh, to the spirits. They hear us. Right now, they're all here, hearing us. We're going to make a difference. Because in this book here reminds us that we had a mission to do Jesus' work on earth. And when we get to that stage of we are tired, fatigued, bored, stop and be careful because it's stopping us from doing that work on earth. So how do I do Jesus' work on earth? And here's her answer. Number 1, help me.
Do any task with joy.
Woo, joy. It not means that we are Pollyanna. Yay! It's just like, yeah, I'm serving. Right? He said, if you want to do Jesus' work on earth, do it with joy. Be active. Do not just sit down and do nothing. I have one saying here with my sister. She's the oldest. I'm the youngest. So she says, if I die first, and she likes to talk about death, like, she says, and you, because you are the youngest of 4, if you are the last one or whenever you die, and if I die first, she says, I'm going to be there wherever you are. If you're in a bedroom, in your spirit, she's going to go. Come on, Bernadette, detach. Come on. It is time. And then she says she's going to go, come on, I'm here. We have a lot of work to do in the spiritual realm. Let's get out of here, no fuss, and let's go. Like a big sister, right? Why? We think that we're going to die and go to heaven, and that idea sit there and do nothing for eternity. We're going to be working. That's why we practice here. So be active. Next.
Be optimistic. Avoid negativity and control.
So if we are doing Jesus' work on earth, we have to be optimistic, even in the hardest moments. 4.
Keep in mind, you came to earth with a special mission.
Everybody has a mission. To grow, to love, to help others. One more.
Introduce Jesus into your heart and mind.
If you're feeling weak, too tired, reintroduce Jesus to your life. Go read something about Jesus. Go watch a movie about Jesus. Go do something. Next.
Draw your strength from Jesus.
And here's the title.
Resist until the end.
Persist. That's why we call insist and persist. If that's what's happened to you today, what can we do? And the last one.
Pray.
Last slide. She says, the most
Humane blessing in the earthly existence is work.
we have to work. But the moment we get up, we're working in our house. We are working raising our kids. We are working helping the society. We are working in our relationship. But sitting or just having idle hours is not an option. Or at least we shouldn't. And the last, she says,
You were reborn to evolve and to grow even further.
so that's how we progress. So closing, we are human beings. We will have moments that we are tired or fatigued. If that's the case, stop and think, I just need a break. I just need to take a nap. Is it depression? But also, if we don't take care of this, it's starting affecting our relationship and the work, Jesus' work that committed to do on earth. So be careful for idle time. But we can do it.